Hey guys, John here. Quick video, little updates, some information, mostly camera related stuff because that's been my big thing lately. I've been messing around with this camera and taking pictures and playing with filters and hoods and stuff, and just all around having fun. Cameras, pictures, landscapes, portraits, macros, stuff like that. I've been having a lot of fun with this camera. So it's been about, 2-3 weeks been messing with the camera. Picture quality is insane. It's got image stabilization in it, so I can take handheld pictures, just loosey-goosey trying to take pictures of wide landscapes and stuff like that, because it's got a 16mm lens on it, which is nice and small, so it's got a really wide angle of view, I believe is the term it's supposed to be called. You can see a lot in the lens, because if you think of it as zoom, it's zoomed all the way out, and I really like that because you get a lot more in the picture, and it's a smaller lens actually, like physically, so it's shorter. So I'm not carrying around this big boom stick trying to take close-up shots of ships a couple miles off the coast, anything like that. That's crazy. I like this little lens. I like doing big, broad, like you can almost get a panoramic view of anything without taking a panoramic shot, which is awesome. Loving it. Something I did get mostly as an add-on, but also kind of, I don't really know where I was going with that. I bought a kit of filters that go on the lenses. Right now I've got the ultraviolet one on there, which is really just a clear lens that goes over your existing lens. It doesn't really do much except for reduce some glare, and that's about it. As long as it's clean, like actually physically you clean it before you put it on there, it doesn't affect the picture quality really anything noticeably. That's not English words. You get the point. It's really just there as a sacrificial lens, so if anything were to bump into the lens without a cap on, you take your cap off and you toss it in your pocket, and now you've got your camera just dangling by the strap, and it wipes across a branch, or bumps a corner or something like that. If it were to hit the actual lens, you could scratch, crack, or break your lens. That's why I bought the filter in the first place. And they're not expensive, a couple bucks for a filter. I bought the whole mess of a kit of them with 6 filters, the hood that's on there. I'll get into all of that. It was only a couple bucks, 15, 20 bucks, something like that, I don't remember. But the ultraviolet one, that's what it's called, for ultraviolet light, I guess. It's just a sacrificial lens. Gives me peace to know that there's something protecting my actual lens, and if it cracks, it cracks. So what? I'll order another one. I don't even have to order one. They walk to any electronic store anywhere and they're like, "Yeah, I got a ultraviolet lens for you." Absolutely. Slap it right on. They are these. Wow, that's dirty. So this is a lens filter. This one particularly is ND2. This one literally just darkens everything. Let's see if we can do this. Oh boy, maybe not. Anyways, there's threads on the back and threads on the front, and it just screws onto the lens. It screws on the front of the lens, and that's it. This one in particular, this style, the purpose that this one serves comes in steps. You need 2, 4, 8, 16, and they keep going up. They don't really go past 8. The kit that I have has 2, 4, and 8. It literally just darkens everything, so that if you're taking pictures specifically for sunsets, potentially an eclipse if that's your thing, light shows, anything where your object of focus is really bright and your background is really dark, we're gonna get a little camera science here. To increase the amount of time that your shutter is open, you throw a filter on. This one particularly, I don't remember the equation or the math or the science behind it, but this one is the least darkening. I have the other two somewhere else floating around with a lens cap on it, but not within reach, so I'm just going to leave it at that. That's this one. This one's really cool. I did a couple sunset photos. They didn't come out so well just because the sunset with the clouds, it wasn't a good sunset. That's what that does. There are other filters, which I will get to. Sorry, my phone's going crazy. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We're gonna put that on the bed. Yeah. And that's what's cool about the filters. It's just a little sheet of glass with a metal ring around it that screws onto the front of your camera lens, and the camera works fine with it. The camera works fine without it. It helps with certain things. These ones in particular aren't anything super crazy. They're actually really common. And you just watched me drop one on the ground, and yeah, I cringed for a second because it's made of glass, but I cringed more because I don't want to have to clean up glass, as opposed to losing a filter. If I lose a filter, I'm probably not going to replace it, because the one that I care about is the clear one. It's literally made to protect the lens that's already on there, but these are cool and I'll use them when I can. This is the focus. There we go. It's backwards. The FLD. This one's purple. It's used for, let's see if we can actually get some light behind it. That don't work. So this one is used for fluorescent light. Right? This is not a fluorescent light, so that's not going to make a difference. I was just trying to show you that it's purple. That's actually really good. So fluorescent lights give off a varying green hue, and for some pictures or studios or whatever you're trying to do, if you're using a fluorescent light, which this light above me is a fluorescent light, it's actually a better fluorescent light than most because it's fairly white in its color. But if you were to throw this purple fluorescent light filter on and take pictures, it actually offsets that green and neutralizes your colors. Those are some crazy words, but fun. It's fun. I was using that one for a couple different things, more messing around with it than anything else. So that's a cool one, simply because it's not a darkening lens. That's literally it. So that one's cool because it's slightly novelty. There are other filters than the ones that I have that I'm going to show you. I'll go over the last one and then I'll explain some more. So this is the CPL filter. This is just a dark looking filter, and what it does, so contrast, I don't remember what the acronym stood for, but this one in particular is like a set of polarized sunglasses. And it will help, depending on the quality of the lens filter itself, it will help you see into water or remove reflections from reflecting surfaces. So that one's cool. That one in particular is a two-part. So the threads that thread onto the lens and the rest of the filter rotate on themselves. The rest of the filters, it's just one frame with one piece of glass and a retainer. So the whole thing screws on. That polarizing lens has knurls that screw on, and the filter itself stays still. So that, I don't know why it does that. I was trying to put the hood that's on the camera right now, I can't really show you, I can, I guess. I was trying to put the hood on that filter and just keep that filter on the camera, because it doesn't affect image quality or color quality or anything like that. It just removes some, most, or all, I haven't really played with it enough to know, of the reflections on reflected surfaces. But with the hood on that rotating piece, the hood's going to rotate, and this hood that's on here, I'll show you. I'm just going to keep talking. The hood that's on here needs to be, there we go, needs to be aligned in a certain way. This is a tulip hood, right? So it's got these short sides and the long sides. The long sides need to be up and down, with the short sides on the sides, so that way when it goes on the lens, it goes right over, right? But if it's on the side, you can see that it's cutting off the sides. They call that vignetting, whatever. That's because the way the image sensor is, it's made for widescreen, so it's wider on the sides than it is on the top, and so they have the top two sides where my fingers are long to keep one, the lens safe from large bumps or what a physical safety feature, and the sides are shorter so that it does not interrupt the side of your frame. This was part of the kit. This is kind of cool. It gives the camera a more professional look, as well as I haven't really figured out what its purpose is. I use it for protection so that nothing gets too close to the edge of the lens, as well as it looks nice. It did come with another hood, a rubber folding hood. I don't know what that's used for either. I have it. I'm probably never going to use it because I like this one so much. It also came with another lens cap. Cool, whoop-de-doo. And it came with a cleaning rag. That's it. And two of these little filter pouches, because it came with 6, but there's 8, so whatever. Keeps your little filters safe. That's it. That's all there is to it. I've been playing with these filters for a couple days. I only had them for a couple days, but it's interesting. It's a new interesting fact, as well as hardware for camera, pictures, videos, whatever. I do believe this weekend is the weekend, if it's not too terrible weather, to finally do the Jimny video. I'm going to take the Jimny to a cool little spot where I'm going to film the video on my camera in high definition, and hopefully 1, maybe 2 takes, and we'll do the Jimny video. You'll see my car. car, Jeep, truck, rig, whatever you want to call it. It's an off-road roller skate, but it's my favorite vehicle, second to my Jeep. I had a Jeep at one point. Kind of takes the cake. The Jimny is the Japanese mini Jeep, so it's very similar. I love it because it's tiny and it goes literally anywhere and everywhere, where other cars just can't. I don't know if I can fit through there. Watch this. Gone. Got it. So this weekend I'm going to try to do that, on top of, I've got a long list of other things to do. So I'll push this video up right now, and hopefully you see more from me this weekend. I said I was aiming for 10 minutes. We got 16, so some solid video content, a lot of technical terms and jargon, but I'm still alive, you're still alive, right? Yeah, I downgrade myself. It's fine. I'll see you guys this weekend.